The Homeserve Guide to Tiling a Wall. Tiling a wall is a fiddly job which will take up a couple of hours. Before you start, watch how to prepare for tiling, then follow this simple Homeserve guide and you'll end up with a professional finish. Gear. To get this job looking good, you are going to need 3 long battens of softwood. Some 2x1 will do the trick, that's 50mm by 25mm for the uninitiated, a pencil, a spirit level, a serrated plastic spreader, plastic tile spacers, a tile cutting jig, goggles, and enough tiles to complete the wall. You'll also need grout, a grout float, and a sponge and cloth. Step 1. Make your gauge stick. Put one of the battens on the floor. Alongside it lay a row of tiles and insert the plastic spacers. Mark the position of each tile on the batten. Nice work! You have created your indispensable tiling gauge stick. Step 2. Set your horizontal and vertical guides. As with most DIY jobs, the secret to success is in good planning. Hold your gauge stick against the wall, running horizontally and vertically from the place where you want the tiles to begin. Make sure you leave room for 3mm of sealant at the bottom. Mark the wall where the bottom full row of tiles will sit. This will be your horizontal guide. Temporarily screw a batten horizontally from this mark, using a spirit level to make sure it is dead level. Step 3. Get tiling. Use the spreader to spread an even layer of adhesive onto the wall. Use the serrated edge to create horizontal ridges along it. Press the first tile in place and give it a little wiggle to firmly set it in position. Place the second tile alongside, again with the little wiggle, and insert a plastic spacer between the two to form a grout line. If any adhesive squeezes out onto the tiles, wipe it away with a sponge. Keep going, building up and out. Make sure every tile is flush with its neighbours. Spread on more sections of adhesive and continue to add tiles until there is no further space for complete tiles. Step 4. Margin tiles. Unfortunately, no walls are completely straight, so it's necessary to cut the margin tiles one by one. Making allowances for the usual grout line, mark where the tile will need to be cut. Put your safety goggles on before you cut your tile with the jig, and ear protectors, as it's a noisy piece of machinery. Follow your manufacturer's instructions for your particular tile cutter. Apply a layer of adhesive on the back of the tile and wiggle it into place on the wall. Keep going, measuring, cutting and fixing until your tiled area is complete. And if you come across any tricky bits, watch how to tile around corners. Looking good. Now give the job a rest for a full 24 hours while the adhesive hardens. Step 5. Grouting. Read the manufacturer's instructions for your particular grout and mix as directed. Grout float at the ready, spread the grout in all directions over the tiles to make sure every joint is well filled. Wipe off any excess with a damp sponge before it dries. Finally, give it a couple of hours to dry and polish the tiles with a clean cloth to get rid of any smears. Looking good. Phew, another job taken care of. But if you'd rather do something else with your time, why not let Homeserve take care of the hard work for you? One click and it's done.